The church is brought to you by Onnit. Go to Onnit.com right now and press in
Church
and get 10% off any of your supplements. I can't help you with the weights and the fucking gorilla bells and shit, but Shroom Tech, Hemp Force, all that type of stuff, I got you. Go to Onnit.com right now. Are you hiring? Do you know where to post a job to find the best candidate? Let me help you out. Go to ZipRecruiter. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by businesses of all sizes to find the most qualified job candidates with the most immediate results. That's ZipRecruiter.com/church. And right now, my listeners could post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/church. Again, ZipRecruiter.com/church. The church is brought to you by Onnit. Go to Onnit.com right now and press in
Church
and get 10% off any of your supplements. I can't help you with the weights and the fucking gorilla bells and shit, but Shroom Tech, Hemp Force, all that type of stuff, I got you. Go to Onnit.com right now. Are you hiring? Do you know where to post a job to find the best candidate? Let me help you out. Go to ZipRecruiter. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by businesses of all sizes to find the most qualified job candidates with the most immediate results. That's ZipRecruiter.com/church. And right now, my listeners could post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/church. Again, ZipRecruiter.com/church. Kick that motherfucking mule, Lee. The church, cocksuckers.
Awesome.
Monday, the 25th of September. As good as it fucking gets right here. Get ready to fucking shoot yourself right here. Many nights on acid, I was ready to shoot myself right here. Yeah. Are you kidding me or what? Turn off fucking Rianne. It's over. This is it, cocksuckers.
This might be my favorite Sabbath song.
All time.
Either
All
this
time.
or National Acrobat. Off of Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. I love that song.
Tremendous. He's got a couple of those jams that you listened to when you were young and you're like, I don't know, he's on to something.
Yeah.
What's that? King of the World? What is it?
Who?
Lord of this World.
Oh, Lord of this World off Master Reality. Yeah, that's amazing.
Let me tell you something, Jim Norton. The first time I bought Master Reality, I put on 3 songs. I took it off and I swore I'd never listen to it again.
You didn't like it or it would freak you out?
It freaked me out. It was just too deep for Uncle Joey. My mom had just died.
Oh.
I bought it the same night The Exorcist was on TV. And I put the album on as I was watching The Exorcist doing homework. And I'm like, what the fuck? Hang the Pope on a rope?
Yeah.
Do you think he's a fool? Get this shit off my butt. And I liked Volume 4 and Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, and Technical Ecstasy and the whole thing. That album I didn't get back into till years later.
That was a really pro-God album, though. Like, After Forever is kind of pro-God. It's funny. I argued with a religious teacher about this in high school. My gym teacher was a born-again Christian who would always do coke. And he fucked the students, and he eventually overdosed and died. But he was like a real Christ pusher.
What a great story.
He was, yeah. And we would talk about this, and the album, he was like, it's against God. I'm like, no, it's actually pro-God. It was kind of coming from the point of view of criticizing people who didn't believe. It was an odd song for Sabbath to do.
You really loved them from day one.
My favorite people
of all time. Bigger than Kiss? You love them more than Kiss?
Kiss was longer. It's funny. Kiss are my first idols. My first heroes were Kiss. Because they make up when you're 7 years old. Men in fucking makeup. Little did I know how long that would carry over for. But, when you're a kid, they're like giants. They're like fucking, they're gods. They had the heels, the makeup, fire. Like, as a kid, it was just larger than life. But Sabbath is my favorite ever. They can't not be.
I love them.
Love
I
them.
love them. And
Fucking Iommi's an animal. He's got stage 2 cancer, and he, did the album and did the whole tour. Did 2 tours.
With stage 2 cancer.
Stage 2 cancer.
Unfucking believable.
Yeah.
What's going on in your world? Great to have you on.
Thank you. It's good to be here. I'm okay. I'm touring again, so I'm kind of obsessed with fucking ticket counts now. It's not fun to tour because all you think about is
Am I dying?
Counts.
Is it over?
Am I finished?
Am I finished? It's a fucking horror show.
What am I doing? This not sold out. It's half sold or it's 3/4 sold. Or what? It's not fun. It's not about the gig. And then you do the gig and people laugh. And both shows so far, I've only done 2, Seattle and Portland. They were amazing. The crowds were amazing, but I still find fault in it because they weren't sold out. They were nice crowds, but they weren't. It's you can't win. I feel like I can't win. I mean, I can't. And by win, I mean be happy. I can't just feel good that I'm touring and people are loving the material. You know what I mean? I look at the negatives.
We all do.
Yeah, I guess so.
I wasn't filled up, but there were still 2,000 people. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I don't do
They
2,000.
laughed. They fucking giggled. They knocked themselves out. Hey, listen, I look at the same thing. A couple of weeks ago, that fucking Conor McGregor fight, the whole weekend was great till Saturday night.
Yeah.
And, the tickets went on sale after I took the fucking gig.
Sure.
So you knew what Saturday night was going in. When I got the numbers for Saturday, I was heartbroken.
What was it, a club?
It was a club. I did like 150 a show. I was heartbroken. But that was it.
Yeah, it's a fight. It's a giant.
Rogan said he did 2,200 seats, but 500 people didn't show up. Because fucking they announced the McGregor fight after the
tickets were on sale.
Tickets were on sale. So
my dad worked in nightclubs, and he would be pissed when it would rain. There's just some things you can do everything.
Hologram.
They sell out with a hologram.
With a fucking hologram, they'll sell out. People want to go out on Saturday. They want to go to the movies.
Yeah.
You come to town. It's a tough. I loved stand-up more when I was broke.
I think you're right.
I loved it when I was just fucking around, going to bars.
Lucky to make any money.
Lucky to make 30s or 50 and 80. You struggled. Once you get, and all you want is an open mic or a feature act is to headline it.
Yeah.
Then it becomes this different fucking situation. Radio and tickets and, do you have a publicist? I need a fucking publicist now all of a sudden. Because the club don't want to do the work. Even though on the fucking thing, they bang you for $3,000 for advertising.
Sure.
Who the fuck, what advertising are you doing? I want to see the fucking ads.
Yeah, that's where you need a road manager to actually look for the receipts.
For the fucking receipts. It's one thing after the other. To really catch them, you got to fucking bring 22 fucking people and bring somebody with a fucking seat counter.
Sure.
Because half these clubs pad the fucking place with an extra 50 chairs.
Well, they do. Matter of fact, Kenny has caught them before. When Kenny was coming with me, he caught a club putting in almost 50 extra seats.
50,
or when you have a good Thursday, they're like, we papered the room. Well, the contract said you can only have 10 fucking seats unless we approve, and they do it anyway. They're all shitty. They're all shitty, man. So I get why people get big and then kind of act shitty or scummy to them. But, the obsession over ticket counts and that kind of stuff, it just defeats the fun of doing it. And then at times it's not fun because you obsess over the business side of it or the other side of it, and the laughs don't even matter. You start looking at the ticket counts and it's like, the laughs don't matter because who cares how many people, which is stupid. It's the wrong way to look at it. But it's hard not to fall into that.
No, it's a tough fucking way. Then your agents call you, hey, the club wants to do those things, those 2-for-1s. What do you call those?
The worst. Buy one, get one free.
No, the other one. What's the
Groupon?
Gold Star or Groupon?
Groupon.
That drives me crazy because then they do it every night. Then you go to get the thing and they did 22 Groupons a night. Really?
Yeah.
22 Groupons a night you did, you thieving motherfuckers.
Yep.
No, you didn't. No, you fucking didn't. There's not even 22 people on fucking Groupon.
Yeah.
I go on Groupon. I love it.
I've never been on it.
I go on it.
Oh, yeah?
For different shit.
What do you buy?
One time my acupuncturist was in Israel, so I fucking had to go to a different chick to get cupped. So I bought 5 cuppings over here on Studio City from some fucking chick that smelled like incense and shit. It wasn't even worth the aggravation.
Incense is a nice smell, though.
No, but she was too creepy for me. It was too L.A.
Oh, okay.
I got an old Jewish lady from the village that fucking throws a couple needles in me once a week with no drama. There's no skepticism.
Do you like? I did acupuncture recently. It actually helped. I fell asleep on the table.
Yeah, no. It's tremendous. And the first, I know one thing for a fact. See, I usually go to acupuncture on Tuesdays, and it sucks because they tell you when you go to acupuncture, do yourself a favor. Drink 2 gallons of water and stay home and put your feet up. Don't do dick.
Right.
But Tuesday night's such a big comedy night. You got to go out.
Sure.
But I'll tell you what, there's times I fall asleep on a Tuesday and I sleep hard. And it's from those needles.
They do it for you, right?
If you tell her to put a couple extra needles for sleep, they wind your engine down. There's a fucking thing in your ear. Well, when I walk in, it's like a piercing. And it'll fucking spin. She'll make it spin. And On the way home, I'm like, why the fuck? I should have brought a pillow.
Yeah.
On the 405 or something like
You ever
that.
get them? You get the needle sometimes over the fingernail hurts, between the toes hurts, in the middle of the forehead. I've gotten them everywhere, but between the finger webbing hurts, toe webbing hurts.
Oh.
And the ones that hit the little bone above your fucking, right where the skin meets the finger.
You have no fucking idea. And
Terrible.
I don't do the feet.
I don't mind the feet. I've
You know
done
that?
the feet.
You know that she could. You know, ask your little lady next time you go, pull her aside, throw her an extra 15. Let me ask you something. I want a hard on that I could drill fucking streets with. And those Chinese people, they got a fucking way that they'll put 22 needles in you, and your dick will get so hard. Like I asked her once, I go, all this stuff with testosterone, do you have a treatment for that? She goes, yeah, but it's done through the feet. It's a fucking nightmare. She
It
goes,
hurts?
It hurts like fuck.
Really?
I think they get a harder dick. It's through the feet too.
Ah,
She's told me already because I've been going on for 10 years, 11 years. So I have, I fuck around with her and say off color shit to her. So I asked her once, anybody come in here to get their dick hard? And she goes, I have a system that's so good that the guy came back and said to turn it off
Really?
because he was fucking everything. He couldn't stop fucking.
So what is it that it does? I guess it just gets the blood flow. It's all
just gets
blood
the-
flow.
It's all blood flow.
Yeah.
All that.
It's like Caverjet in your feet.
It was so weird how my ankles were really fucking swollen. That's when you know a fat guy's about to go. When you see a fat guy,
Right.
look at his ankles. I don't care if he weighs 900 pounds. If his ankles are skinny,
He's okay.
he's got a chance.
Yeah.
But when you see those big ankles and they're starting to get red, he's got a couple days left.
Yeah.
And my ankles were like that. And she told me, she goes, well, the first thing I'm going to do is to get that blood flow through there. Because all acupuncture really is circulation.
Yeah.
Circulating through all those, what do they call those things?
Veins?
No.
Chakras or
Chakras, yeah. There's different spots, and they put the needle in there, and they got a lot of different shit going on. I mean, they really do.
Chakra's a good pervert word. This is how, like, Al Gore, remember when Al Gore had that thing with a massage therapist, and then I believed her because she said that Al was saying, "Hey, my chakras need work." That's like a midsection word where you want a girl to put her hand by your dick. That's why I believed her, because she said that Al was asking for his chakras to be massaged. And if you say that, you're a fucking creep.
You're a fucking creep.
You're a
yeah.
creep.
Whatever happened with I forget his name now. The guy who has the plane. He was in Greece. He had like 18.
Muhammad Atta?
No, the whatever the white guy's name is. He had like 6 or 7 male. Massage Travolta. Whatever happened? I never heard of like a ending to that story.
They pay him off.
I'm guessing that.
The Church of Scientology sends a guy with a black suit, and they give you a check for $30,000. They say, move on with your life. Then they break into your house and steal it from you.
Yeah.
They're fucking creepy fucking people, the Scientologists. They'll give you the check, but then they'll do something to you to fuck with your life. You know what I'm saying? Like Travolta has done that.
I don't know. Travolta's fun. He's a weird kid. I think everybody feels that he is, but nobody can prove it. There's a picture of him kissing a guy like on a plane, and it just goes away. I don't know how. And then some people fucking drop an N-bomb on Twitter and their careers are ruined. You know what I mean? It's amazing what can stick and what can be, have that whole De La Hoya panties thing go away.
But because, listen, panties, Wonder Woman suit in the closet. What's the Coke guy that got the fucking Spider-Man suit in the closet?
The Coke guy, Carradine? No.
No, the other guy. He's a great actor. He Less Than Zero, when he went deep and then he came back.
Robert Downey Jr.?
Robert Downey Jr. He got caught with a fucking Batman suit in his closet and the whole fucking thing with a bag of blow. Listen, that shit is very passe. You know what? Joe Rogan's gay, Jim Norton's gay, Joe Diaz is gay. Who gives a fuck?
Nobody cares.
You got a picture of Jim Norton swapping spit with Artie Lang? Who gives a fuck? Nobody wants to see that.
I'd like to see that.
I'd like to see that.
So would Anthony Cumia. Anthony would love to see that.
But it's so funny how it's passe. John Travolta's gay. Tell us something we fucking don't know.
Yeah, who cares?
Tell us something we fucking don't know anymore.
It doesn't mean anything.
Somebody told me that Kevin Hart's in trouble again. Nobody
Yeah.
gives a fuck.
No one cares.
He's a millionaire. He's gonna fuck 80,000 women at $3 million a pop, and it don't even dent his bank account.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else got? Look at this other guy. He's got a fucking cult. He's still selling records, pissing on chicks.
Oh, R. Kelly. Yeah.
R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Some shit sticks, but then Kathleen fucking Griffin puts a picture of a fucking president with a head.
That's right.
And she gets canceled even from fucking.
I fucked her.
Did you?
No, that fucked her.
Even Bananas canceled that. When Bananas cancels you in Jersey,
Yeah, you're in trouble.
you got a fucking problem. Even
You fucked
Bananas
up.
canceled it. So who knows what the fuck you're gonna do that's gonna end it.
Right. It's the stuff you don't see coming. The major ones, it's the one thing you say on Twitter. It's the one rebuttal you say to someone. You call the wrong woman a cunt or something like that. Or you comment on how ugly her kid is and you find out it's a special needs kid and you didn't know it. Like, it's always that one thing that snowballs that somehow sticks. But then some guys are just Teflon. I guess it all depends on the crisis management team you have working for you. If you have enough people and enough lawyers, you can shut anything up.
Are you guys careful about what you say on email now?
I'm careful about everything I say that can get me sued publicly, and and on email, careful, sure.
Because email's been coming out a lot recently, and it seems like I think people used to think it was private, but it's coming out.
Well, what would you write on email? Like, I would never threaten somebody on email.
People do it.
I would never go to a chick and say, suck my dick on an email. There's no fucking track paper. That's common fucking sense.
Well, it's just things that you'll say, like, you could talk shit about somebody that you know to somebody else. You might bash somebody to somebody else, and then all of a sudden it comes. That's what it's Sony. They caught these people talking all this shit about the people that, these
online
performers. Yeah.
Fuck them. They deserve to get busted. If you're going to just pick up the phone and go, Jim Norton. I don't really like the fucking.
Yeah. God knows that call's been made before in show business.
Yeah. Why the fuck are you emailing people back and forth to let people know what you think? It's on paper.
Yeah.
Would you I'm married. I don't want nobody texting me saying, do you want to lick my balls?
My phone is an abomination. It's an abomination, my phone. Nothing but fucking filth. Nothing.
I finally cut the text off.
Did you?
You can't text me no more. Nobody can. It's
Really?
over. Yeah, done.
I didn't even know that was a service.
Yeah, that's a service.
Why?
Because I'm sick of them. It gets out of control. They just go crazy.
You rather call?
Yeah, just call me. Because if I call you, I sift you the fuck out.
Yeah.
But the text you don't even know who's texting you half the time. I don't even know who's texting me half the time.
I'm addicted to it. I'm addicted to that rush of that little red. Like, it's hard not to look at my phone. I resolve crisis through my phone. Everything is done through the phone.
What kind of crisis do you
Just
resolve?
any type of, like, I'm having this relationship thing now where I'm just really frazzled, man. And my ex-girlfriend's helping me, actually. We're talking a lot. And I'm like just going through it. Do you think that she might have meant, I'm just dysfunctional. And I'm not saying that because you think comedians are supposed to be dysfunctional. I'm fucking 49 and I stink at being involved. I stink at it. I'm terrible at it. It always ends badly. I don't know what I want. How long are you married?
I'm with her for 17 fucking
years. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but it's something that I don't know. I feel like at times I don't give her what I should.
Yeah.
But we're set in our ways, Jim. You're set in your ways when you come to relationships. This shit I won't even fucking tolerate in my world. Like, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. And that's why I lost my first wife. This is the second time I've been married.
What won't you tolerate?
Just, I don't, we have one fucking life. Somebody says they love you, you love me. That means don't break my fucking balls. All right? That means just don't break my fucking balls. After 5 years, you get to understand a person's patterns. And you get to understand my patterns. Even if we're fucking roommates.
Right.
I get to know your patterns.
Yeah.
So how fucking stupid are you? You know what I'm saying? That you can't figure out what is going on here, and I can't figure out what's going on with you.
My problem is I figure out the pattern, but then I don't like something in it, so I try to change their pattern. I get mad when they try to change mine, but I love to figure out that pattern. It's a good way to put it, but then a lot of times I see things I don't like in it, and I harp on those things, and I try to change them. I'm a fucking psychopath. Like, I really am crazy, man.
Me too, but this is the thing. You have to look at people, like when I was young, if a girl sucked 2 dicks, I wouldn't date her.
Really?
Yeah, I was one of those.
Not only would I date her, I'd kiss her when she was done.
I was one of those fags.
Oh, I'm a fucking
I was one of those
complete
guys.
Creep.
That if I went to a bar and I was talking to a girl and you pulled me aside and said, I fucked her in the ass 2 months ago, I don't need to talk to this
really?
girl no more.
You wanted them pure?
I wanted to have I don't want them to fucking, because somewhere along the line it's going to bother me.
It will.
And I had that problem in my 20s and early 30s. Then one day you're like, who gives a fuck who they fuck? Look at the fucking animals you fucked. I finger banged an Indian with a yeast infection fucking in Idaho. Who am I to judge what a woman blows? If she blows a Hindu or a fucking dirty homeless dude, what do I give a fuck? You know what I'm saying? So you just, and other things, you also start lowering your standards.
Sure.
Just like women do. When you're 22, everybody wants Farrah Fawcett. When you're 40 and you're single, you'll take a chubby chick with a cesarean scar and a fucking missing tooth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's got insurance. She got a nice car.
But she'll work harder too. You know she'll work harder.
She'll work harder. It's that too. But I didn't want to die alone, Jim Norton. When I was young, I wanted to be Charles Bronson. I want to live by myself and be rugged. And I don't know what you're talking about. Backhand women, you know, and push them and shit and leave them money after you fuck them like Charles Bronson. Who wants to die alone?
You know, I've been thinking about that too. I'm 49, and I don't feel like a midlife crisis where I want to buy a sports car and, you know, meet the younger chick. I've always dated younger chick, but now I just feel like, man, you've been alone a long time. You're set in your ways, and I kind of met somebody recently who I think I fell in love with, and I just think it's falling apart now, and it's been really fucking depressing me, like really depressing me that I couldn't make this work, and I might still be able to make it work. I don't know. But if this one doesn't work, I mean, I don't know what options I have, because this one seemed on paper to be perfect, and it's not. But I'm not. I'm fucked up. Like, it's my shit, I think. She's not perfect, but my shit just kind of... I like to test people, and then when they don't pass, I can leave them. It's crazy.
What's a test?
You know, put a scenario where I'm going to somehow be less than. Like, I remember one girl, I was making her tell me that her ex-boyfriend had a bigger dick, and I was somehow convincing her to say that she preferred that, and she was like, no, I like your dick, but I just wouldn't stop. And then when she said it, I felt devastated, but the goal all along was to feel devastated. So it's almost like none of this is about the woman. It's all about me feeling fucked up. I want to feel bad. Like, I like to be... My ex-girlfriend just pointed that out to me. She goes, you like to be wronged. And I'm like, I do like to be wronged. I like to be fucking hurt and wounded. It feels natural and comfortable, like that feeling between your throat and your appendix scar, where you're like, oh, it's like that ache that you had when you were a kid and you wanted to date a girl who didn't like you. Like, and I've told this before, but in high school, my fantasies about girls, I used to fantasize about being in the high school auditorium or in the lunch area and being savagely beaten, like with bats, and being bloodied and fighting, and then somehow she liked me after. Like, I always had this weird association of like horrible things happening, and then love comes. First the horrible thing, and then the love comes in the like resolving the horrible thing. Like, I don't know why I felt like I had to have that awful feeling in the stomach before I could enjoy being loving. So when I didn't get that naturally, I set it up. I tried to set it up and make it happen. It's crazy.
Very interesting.
It's self-destructive.
Let me ask you this. When you get on stage, how do you feel?
Depends on the night, depends on the ticket counts, depends on where I am. Some nights I feel great and creative.
Does it all go away?
What do you mean? All that feeling? Yes, last night...
Does it all go away?
Last night, I was in Portland, and ticket counts weren't what I wanted, but the crowd was amazing. And before I went on, I was in such a pit sitting upstairs in the green room. I'm like, I really want to fucking throw a belt around my neck. I'm like, really don't want to. And I always do shows. But it was absolute despair. And then when I was on, it went away. And I still felt it, and I was still thinking about it. But the crowd was so good. And you know how it is when you're feeling creative and you feel great. And it was just, I felt so disastrously bad that nothing mattered on stage, so it was good. You know, when you're free, you're usually much funnier. And I felt very free and comfortable. And then right after, I was right back to where I was. So, but it all did go away on stage. It was great.
You're a brilliant guy.
Thank you. I don't feel...
Finish this. Go talk to somebody. See what you could do.
You know,
guys like you and me will never go talk to nobody.
I called Colin Quinn today. I was in a bad way today, and I called him, and he's like, "Yeah, go to a therapist." And I'm like, "Yeah, probably."
We're at an age now where it's too much.
What's that?
We're at an age now. You're 49, I'm 54. It's really no difference. This business has worn us out. Relationships have worn us out. Life, you know what I'm saying? And also me. I've worn me out with my own nonsense. Yeah, no, we're all the same. It's just, you know, I turned on fucking CNN a month ago on a Sunday. I'm at home with them, and it's a show about comics and depression. And I'm sitting there going, these motherfuckers don't have a fucking clue. It has nothing to do with depression. It's what we brew with inside. as comics, we're always brewing something in our fucking heads. I'm an only child. You know, Reefer feeds the fucking parade in my head. You know, I'm writing a book right now. I'm trying to get the first 4 chapters for the proposal. Right. And after chapter 3, I'm like, what the fuck? There's no women in these books. When I was young, I wanted to get my dick sucked, snort coke, and smoke pot. Relationship wasn't going to happen.
Right.
You know how I think? Let me tell you how perverted I was. I'd look at a woman and go, what the fuck am I going to do for her? I'm a thief. I got no job. I got no high school diploma. I got no family. What am I going to do for this fucking girl? I would talk myself out of it.
Yeah.
I wanted to fuck, do a couple lunches, maybe a hand job, maybe a movie, and once you started talking about family and kids, I'd disappear. Yeah. Because there was nothing I could do for you as a man. Nothing.
Plus, did you want to do that, though? Like, meaning, did you...
Absolutely. Yeah. I wanted a family. I had no family. Did? My sister's in Cuba, Jim. My mother's in a hole. My father's in a hole. You know, yeah, I wanted to build my own thing. But what the fuck was I going to do for this pretty girl who didn't even smoke dope? What was I going to do to her?
Right.
What was I going to do?
Gonna wreck everything.
Yeah, what was I going to do? Get a car and do a robbery? Eventually, it would just fuck her up.
Right.
You know, I feel bad for the chicks that I did blow with and sucked my balls. Like today, they must be sitting there just going like this with their face going, what was I thinking that night? You ever think about that shit? Like, she was a dirty fuck.
Uh-huh.
She's at home 20 years later going, Jesus Christ, I put butter on his nuts and licked it. What the fuck, you know?
Did she really, the girl, do that to you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I did that to them. You know, I put anything on your pussy. Whipped cream, chocolate syrup. I'm a savage. I put syrup up your asshole.
Oh, I don't like the sweet stuff.
Oh, yeah, I put a little syrup on an asshole. It's like a Dairy Queen sundae without the cherry. You just lick that motherfucker.
You like that?
Oh, a little syrup on him.
I like it raw and plain.
I like it raw and plain, a little sweaty.
Yeah.
I like them to go to yoga, maybe do some jumping jacks and push-ups.
Bike, get a city bike ride home.
Yeah, that's it. A little bike ride home where they fucking torture that clit.
Yeah.
I love all... Look at poor
I like how you said a little sweaty, and you're talking about yoga class, a bike ride home.
That's delicious. Oh. And that little bat opens up, and that little whiff comes out of sweat and fucking vajaj.
Yeah, but you're talking about the asshole. You're not talking about that.
Yeah,
that
so it's
too.
the same. It's got some wang to it. That's it.
I like that.
You pull a little sniff to it. You know, before you like what do you sniff before you bite into this? Something particular. Your mom makes it. You go with your nose. That's what you do to the asshole. You give a little whiff.
Always.
And once you whiff it, you're committed. Even if it smells like that, you gotta lick it. The nose knows when.
Do you go with like the tip of the tongue, or is it like a ice cream cone? You go the whole way.
Well, if it's dirty, it's the tip of the tongue, and you take your chances. And if it's fucking delicious, then you lick it like it's you know.
If it's dirty, what you do is the old trick is you get your mouth really wet and you drip spit into it and then just lick your own spit. That's a trick to take a lot of the stink out. Like that's one thing you do if an asshole is dirty. And I've gotten my share of dirty ones.
Oh, my God.
I've gotten my share.
And sometimes it impresses you when a chick shows up with a dirty ass. You're like, you're a fucking savage. You know, that's how bad you are.
I don't mind if it stinks a little. Like, I like body scent on the right person, which is why it's so hard with this girl. I don't know if I'm going to date because her body scent makes me crazy. It's hard to find that. It's hard to find that.
How long you been with her?
Nah, we've only been dating exclusively for a little over a month. We've been talking since December. We've gone on vacation together. I don't know, man. I think it's done. I don't know.
I hope it isn't.
I hope not too.
Together. You're a fun guy.
But I'm not always forgiving. Like I can't let things go.
Do you ever do you ever have an argument, but in your head you're like, this isn't really as big of a deal to me as I'm making it?
Yes, because I like the high of the argument. Yeah.
Sometimes that happens. I'll be like, oh, this isn't. Like I'll notice. I'm like, that's not. I'm just saying these words, and I don't apologize, but it's just. I don't know. Yep. I've noticed, and I noticed it because I didn't notice it before when I was younger, and I would like lose friendships or something, and now I see it, but I don't stop it.
Yeah, it's hard too. It's almost like you're watching a movie of yourself.
Yeah,
arguing. Like one thing with this girl I haven't done, and I actually got this advice from Bill Burr of all people, was like, dude, no name calling, and I always called names, fucking cunt, you bitch, always. I thought that's how you argued. And this one is the first one I didn't. Even though we're having a thing now, and we had a long talk today that was not pleasant, but it wasn't nasty. I didn't curse at her. I didn't go, yeah, but you're fucked up. I kept telling her, like, look, I'm not mad at you. It is just what it is. You're not fucked. Like, I didn't, a lot of the stuff I've done before, I didn't do this time. Which, again, like that whole thing where you're saying horrendous shit to a person. Like, how am I saying this to this person? This is terrible stuff I'm saying. But you're like watching a movie of yourself. It doesn't feel real. And then when you're done, you're like, ugh, that was terrible.
I still wake up in the middle of the night, the arguments I had with my ex-wife.
Thinking of them?
Yeah, how out of bounds I was, and how out of bounds she was, and how you get into your car and you just fucking boil of. You're hot because she said things that obviously hurt you.
Yeah.
But even you saying those things to her destroy you. They take a piece out of you, I spoke to my ex-wife about 2 years ago, and I stopped her in the conversation. I told her, I said, listen, whatever happened outside the courthouse that day or here or there, I'm really sorry about, because till today I still remember those conversations and the shit I said. But we're young, we're stupid, and that's what part of it is,
Yeah, you learn, and it's something about myself that I like with this woman, is I've been honest with her. Like, I'm a liar when it comes to relationships. I lie, I cheat, I'm despicable. And then I feel victimized if you lie to me or cheat on me. But with this girl, I was straight. And I think she was pretty straight with me, too. She's young. She's not perfect. And I have to realize that people make mistakes, too. Like, you got to give people room to fuck up. Not a devastating fuck up, but she fucked up. And she talked to someone she wasn't supposed to talk to. And she might have been willing to hang out with him. I don't know. But they didn't. She never, she never met the person. She was talking to him a lot. So I'm like, how do I want to ruin things over this? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, do I want to take that fucking thing? I'm justified wrecking the I don't know if I want to ruin it or not. It's a real crossroads. The last couple of days has been bad, very bad.
How many fucking relationships did I end that everybody got hurt because I couldn't get over something small?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Not getting over, harping on it.
I couldn't get over something small. Like when I lived with the stripper for 4 years, those were the worst arguments I had every night. I acted like a fucking child.
Did she ever do something she wasn't supposed to do with a client, though?
All the time. She was a dirty animal. She was a dirty animal. What? And you date people, you hang out with somebody. Somebody says to you, hi, Jim, how you doing? You start dating them, and all of a sudden you go, how do you make a living? You're like, well, from 12 to 8, I deliver coke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You would never hang out with somebody who did that.
Sure.
But because the pussy's good, and you're kind of in love with her, you tolerate it for a fucking while.
Yeah. And
then pretty soon, you're calling her at lunchtime, and I went over to a client's, and he invited me in, and we did a few What are you talking about?
Right.
There's always those. After the stripper, I dated a couple girls. It wasn't gonna fucking work, and I met my wife, and I liked her, and I said, you know what? This one I'm gonna play completely different.
Yeah.
I'm not doing the same things I did with the other three, because here's the other thing too. You dated people when you were just a civilian. Dating people as a comic is a complete different fucking animal unless they know the life. Unless they know the life. At the beginning, the first 96 months, it's a great time. Oh my God, Jim is so cute. He's so funny. Oh my God, how do you live with? Oh, we went to dinner. And then one day when he disappears for 2 weeks, you're knocked up with the fucking kid. They don't like you that much no more. When you're calling up going, me and Joey went to Sparks Steakhouse.
Right.
And she's in Idaho in a fucking 3-bedroom house with everything, but she's like, I'm stuck here with a kid. It don't last. The laughs don't fucking last. You know?
They get jealous. They get angry resentful of the life you have. The fact that you're out and she's not out.
That's why I keep it light. I go out 3 days a shot. I come right home, Jim Norton.
You do, right?
Yeah, I come right home. I really worked hard on this relationship.
So she's not alone for long.
Yeah, I really, really, really. In the beginning, I was an animal. The first 5 years of this relationship, I was a fucking animal. I was on the road constantly.
Sure.
Holidays, I come back, Christmas Day, her birthday, never celebrated it the first 5 years. Yeah. Always. December 29th. You're doing New Year's weekend.
Is that when her birthday is?
Yeah.
Oh.
you're doing a fucking New Year's gig, G.
Yeah, of course.
And number two, when you're broke, I got to come up with a Christmas present, a fucking birthday present. I got to disappear for 3
Then
days.
Valentine's Day.
I got to get that New Year's Day check and then come back and go, oh my God, I had your present in the bag.
Yeah, I was away, but
I was away, the whole fucking deal. I worked with her really weird the first 5 years. And then when I was shooting the longest yard was when I realized I'm going for this. No more fucking around with her. This is a waste of her time and a waste of my time. And I went for it. And I worked on it. You know, I really worked on it. And that's why I didn't want to go out a fucking one-time loser. That killed me.
the hardest part is like you said, when you're wronged, it's hard to forgive another person. Like, because again, I like to feel wounded. I like to feel shitty. So when they do something that wrongs me, that's what I wanted, because now I feel I can keep using it to make myself feel bad. You know what I mean? So
Yes,
so I harp on it and I keep it because not because I can't forgive somebody, but because it's such a valuable weapon I can use on myself. And I can feel so shitty whenever I want by bringing that up, and I can sabotage our good time whenever I want.
Just with that little fucking thing.
A little
You
fucking
could be
thing.
eating dinner across from her a month later. Think about that and steam yourself up.
And I'll just-
then start asking creepy questions.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. That time you went online, you said you didn't know who it was. I thought about it. And I went on your... We get fucking creepy.
Yeah.
I used to do that shit. I had to cut that off.
So I know you were texting with him. What do you mean you weren't going to meet up with him? Like, yeah. Like, I don't know why, but if they grill me like that, I'm like, I'm angry and I'm so... And then sometimes you're right. That's the worst. There are times when you're right. Like, yeah, she was being a shady twat, and I caught her. That's the worst. That was the worst curse I've ever had, is that I've been right a few times. And then when you're right a few times, you never let it go. Because you never can, like... Because it felt the same. Or if she's lying to you about something and you know it, now you know what her lying face looks like. Like, oh my God, you sincere cunt. You looked exactly like you did when you said I love you 2 days ago. The same genuine look on your face. And meanwhile, I know you were fucking instant messaging with this other guy while I was talking to you. Baby, I love you so much. With someone else. So basically what I'm saying is you have the same ability to lie I do. Because I'm a liar. So it's like, it's hard when I know that she has the same ability to lie that I have. I like to be the only one who can do that. And by the way, whenever a woman tells you, I'm a terrible liar, shut up. No, you're not. No, you're not. No woman who says I'm a terrible liar is a terrible liar. They're great liars.
Relationships, we can't live with them.
Yeah.
And we can't fucking live with it.
I don't know how to not hang on to stuff. I don't know how to do it.
Do you ever, like, what about, like, something that she didn't even wrong you? What if you're, like that one of, like, not a Seinfeld joke, but, like, in Seinfeld, like, I don't like the way she sleeps, or I don't like the way she drives, or, like, something weird that has no impact on your life?
I haven't had that with this girl. For me, it'll be normally something physically. Like I'll look at her from the side one day, and I'll be like, oh, no. She has a fucking Rocky Dennis smile. Or she has a fucking mole that I hate. Or whatever it is, and I won't be able to unsee it. So it's usually a physical thing for me, not like something she does. Can be something she does, but you gotta be with someone a little while. That usually takes a little while to sink in.
I hate when my wife sneezes.
Why?
Because she sneezes like a fucking animal out of nowhere, and it scares the shit out of me and the cats. And every time she sneezes, I want to fucking stab her. She has a rash of allergies, and they just hit her out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So it could be 1 in the afternoon, it could be 2 in the morning. She could be taking a shower, and all of a sudden she'll just go, chew, like a giant.
Yeah.
Like a fucking giant. And I get, oh my God, it's like, who taught you how to fucking sneeze?
You wanted to sneeze like a lady.
Yeah, dog, I do shit that tears my wife up. I'll tell you what I hate. I hate when people put jelly on their toast for breakfast. It pisses me the fuck
Why?
off.
That's the newest one.
It just bothers the fuck out of me, all right?
Jelly?
Be an American and use butter. You want to use jelly, do it on your
How about
own.
both?
I was a cream cheese and jelly guy. I'm a fucking East Coast guy. Always was. One day I just didn't see the value in eating fucking jelly for breakfast. I gained 80 fucking 2 pounds.
Well, yeah. All right, physically, yeah, but it is tasty. It's delightful.
What do you eat for breakfast?
Egg whites.
With jelly?
No, plain.
Oh,
And mustard. Egg whites and mustard. I'm such a piece of shit. I was in the airport, and I think they used like Pam or something in the pan because the egg whites smelled like dog shit, so I couldn't eat them, and I had to wait until I got to LA, and I had a delightful breakfast of eggs and no bread, just some chicken to dip in it. I like to dip shit. I'm a dipper. Like, I like to have chicken to put in my egg yolks.
Did you fly in today?
I did. I flew in this morning.
What airline?
American.
Did they give you breakfast?
No. Air Alaska, I flew from Newark to Seattle to start the tour. And Air Alaska's a weird airline. It was okay, but not great.
They bought Virgin, so.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Virgin America?
Yeah.
Has been bought by Air Alaska? Wow.
A while, I think last year.
Is it Alaska Air or Alaska?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Air
Maybe
Alaska.
I thought that I didn't know there were two Alaska Airlines.
What's that? There's not.
Okay, let me check.
It's Air Alaska. I believe. Or is it Alaska Air? You know what? You might be right. Joy might be right. I'm saying it with authority. That's like I'm a phony. I said it with authority. It's Air Alaska. I don't know.
I don't know. I just went
Alaska Airlines.
There you go. You were right, Joe.
Now they're owned by American guys, because when you take them, you get American points.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, when you take them, it's American fucking Airlines. You need another water?
Nobody.
No, it's American Airlines when you take them. So it really doesn't matter. I didn't know they bought fucking Virgin.
I didn't
Yeah,
either.
they bought it. No, I'm sorry. They bought it in March.
So now American owns Virgin.
Let's see. Yeah, they're killing off the Virgin brand.
Why? And they're killing off Virgin America?
Yeah, apparently. Let me see.
Why? It was a great airline.
That's what I thought.
There must be a reason.
That flight where'd you go? Newark or LaGuardia?
I took Newark to Alaskan Air to Seattle, and then I took we drove to Portland, and then from Portland I took American. And I go to Dallas and Austin this weekend. I don't know what airlines I'm taking, and then home.
My favorite cross-country flight is Mint.
Yeah, Mint is good. Here's the problem with Mint, though. Those seats are blown up, so a couple of times they've deflated, and then it's like that hard. It's like hitting metal under the seat. I made a video of that once. They have to come over and blow it up with something. They have to squeeze something so it blows back up.
Perfect.
That Mint seat, how good is that middle one when you get the one alone?
That's the only one I get.
I can't always get that.
I always get it. I don't know how to. This next flight in November, I'm doing them. I got them both.
It's nice, right?
Row two, like a doctor. You're deep in the cockpit.
Yeah.
If the plane crashes, you go first.
Yeah.
You're like one of those Pablo Escobar flights. You just go first.
That's a great plane. The mint ones are nice.
I really enjoy it.
There are better first class, but that one's it's comfortable.
It's comfortable. I like laying back. I like the movies. I put my sleep apnea machine out.
Wait, you could use your machine. My nose is so bad. I see your nose is bad too. I can't sleep.
No. I did the surgery. You talked me into it. Everything that I did. I asked you.
Oh, good.
We were both hooked on the fucking
Afrin, yeah.
The Afrin. And I finally couldn't take it no more. I mean, I was living in anxiety. If I went on a plane and I put my seatbelt on and I went in my pocket and I didn't have Afrin, that was the flight from fucking hell.
Yeah.
The whole flight, I'm blowing. I just went swimming.
Okay.
Yesterday with the baby, so I get that shit in my nose. But I went and had the surgery done, and I'm off the fucking spray.
Oh.
I shoot a steroid every morning. I got a shower with plugs in my ears.
Doesn't that dry you out, the steroid? I hate those steroids. They make the inside of my nose feel like there's plastic coating in it.
I don't fucking know.
I hate it.
I'm lucky just to breathe out of my fucking nose. That blow and the fucking getting beat up destroyed my fucking nose.
Yeah. So the mask works for you?
The mask, I couldn't live without the mask.
How do you fall asleep with it? I'm so claustrophobic. And plus it's forcing air in too. Like I'm gasping. Maybe because I'm a shallow breather. But like I doze off and like.
So how do you sleep now? What do you have to do?
I have a mouth guard. Rogan taught me into a mouth guard. But I'm on my side all the time and I'm just constantly waking up. I'm always tired.
Did you go to his doctor for the mouth guard?
No, but one who had a similar mouth guard. I have a good mouth guard. It pushes you off hard, but the tongue falls back. But I have two kinds of apnea.
How long do you sleep before you wake up?
Don't know. But I'll remember always being in a state of like perpetual half awakeness when I was sleeping. I haven't slept much in the last couple of days because of trouble with this girl. I can't sleep when I have conflict with a woman like that. I can't. Some guys can just go to sleep. I admire those guys. I can't. I'm fucking like I obsess about it. I was panicking last night. I panicked yesterday afternoon. I couldn't nap. So I had to resolve it somehow.
It's great when you fall asleep and you're breaking up with somebody and you're fucking hurting.
Ugh.
And you fall asleep and you wake up the next morning and you forget for 10 minutes.
Right.
You always forget for like the first 10 minutes of the day. You're like, fuck.
It comes back.
Oh, with me it's like 10 seconds. I'll wake up happy, but then it's over.
It goes away.
Well, like not always, but if I'm upset about something, yeah.
Are you married now?
No, well, I've been with the same girl for like 4 years, so we're living together, so it's close. And we have a really good relationship. But I see myself ever since we moved in together doing some of those things you've been talking about.
Are you gonna marry her?
I think so. It's I see these people rushing into marriage, and it freaks me out. I love her, but I'm in no rush to get married.
Yeah. How old are you?
29.
Oh, you're young. Okay. I should have been married a long time ago.
I got married when I was 20-something, 25 maybe, before I got locked up. I had no idea what I was doing, Jim Norton.
How about the second time?
Now we're solid.
How old were you when you married her?
I think maybe I was...
37, because you're 54.
No, I was, when I married Merce Terry, I was probably clean from coke for a year, so 45.
Oh, okay.
And now I'm 50. Yeah.
You've been married 9 years.
Yeah, but I've been together with her for 17.
Oh, okay.
It took me 9 years to fucking marry the animal.
Yeah.
You know, it took me 9 years, but I wanted to be sure also. Then after 9 years, she was walking around like wounded because you're still not married. Her parents are alive. And I said, let me marry her. I kept it light. We got married at the fucking chapel on Wilshire. We had the party at the Hollywood Bowl. And
it was fun.
We made our own cake. We ordered fucking pastrami from Cantor's, some Cuban pork chops, and we rented some fried chicken. That was it, man.
Yeah.
We got married on a Wednesday night, very unconventional. No suit, no gifts. Just show up and eat something. Shut your fucking mouth.
Shut up and fucking
Yeah, so there's no drama. You know what I'm saying? I make people fucking, I got married the night before Thanksgiving, so on the way home you could stop over there.
Yeah.
But that's hell over there. It's getting people to Highland, but there was no concert that night or nothing.
Tonight was terrible.
See, you went up Monday night, you're going to get killed.
Really?
Yeah, Monday night, stay away from Highland. If you got to get on the 101 or the 170, always go up Cahuenga.
Yeah, that Google Maps.
Yeah, Google Maps puts you with other fucking traffic.
It's the
That's what
worst.
they live for. That's
it's
why
the fucking worst. Waze is better.
Waze is better. Waze teaches you how to drive like a Puerto Rican.
Google Maps fucking sucks.
Waze tells you to cut that white car off. They even tell you, cut that white car off. They don't give a fuck. Hollywood is bad, especially coming in that direction at that time.
It wasn't moving. It wasn't moving.
It was not moving.
No. There's that bank coming off like up Franklin or whatever, and it was like 15 minutes.
No. So what you do is you go to Hotel 101. What's that joint that's got the breakfast in there?
Yeah, it's on the room. It's
Gower, right?
No, it's not.
It's not the Gower exit. It's one of those. That one's always empty, Jim Norton.
It's in Los Feliz.
You think it's got the HIV? That route is always. It's in Los Feliz. That's why if you see that traffic, boom, and you stay on that fucking road, and then you'll see it. You'll go on an underpass.
The 101 Cafe.
101 Cafe. Once you see the 101 Cafe, bear to your left, and it's like one of those fucking Polish U-turns. Because there's actually a left. But then, no, there's actually a left, and then there's a tight left where you have to shoot and go around. And that's the 101.
Okay.
If you bang it up, there's never nobody there.
Los Feliz, I lived there when I was shooting Lucky Louie. That was the best place that I got an apartment on Western, I think it was called. On Western, it was really fun. I liked it. A little far from where I wanted to be, but I liked the neighborhood. It was like a weird hippie vibe to it, like a weird like alternative counterculture mentality, at least. I liked it a lot, man.
They got a restaurant they call Chicken.
Fred was one I used to eat at.
Is that it?
Isn't it Birds right next?
Birds
to the UCB.
Birds.
I don't know that one.
Birds, yeah, they got tremendous chicken soup, Jim Norton. But
really?
Yeah, you can't go in there. The fucking place is always packed. You got to go in there and take it to go at lunchtime.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those places where it's always fucking packed, and there's always a line. So I would have to make my reels over there. So I would go there at 10. I'd make my appointments at 10:45. I'd be up there talking shit till 10 after 11. I'd shoot right down and get fucking chicken soup.
That's what you wanted? Was it chicken soup?
Oh, it's delicious. It's spicy. And they take the chicken breast and break it with their fingers like my mom used to do. She used to do that with fish soup during Lent. You take fish and you break it up, sopa pecao, and every once in a while you got a little thorn in your fucking in your throat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had one in my throat not long ago. It was from a piece of fish, and it's an awful feeling. You're like, I don't know if I'm going to choke to death, but it's an awful. I had to take something and scrape the back of my throat. Then it came out, and it was not long, like a real thin white little fish bone. It's a disgusting feeling to have something in your throat.
My brother, what's your next big anticipated UFC fight?
I want to see Dillashaw against Cody a lot.
That's a great card.
That's an amazing card, man. I want to see Joanna against Rose. Is a great fight. I've been waiting for that fight. Demetrius against Ray Borg. I'm sure it'll be a good fight, but I don't look for that one as much as I'm looking.
Are you going to the Garden?
I don't know. I'm in LA the night before working. I'm doing the Roxy, so I don't know. I think is Masvidal fighting?
Stephen Thompson.
Yeah. That's a fight I would love to see. Mike Perry, I like watching a lot. He's a fun welterweight to watch. He's kind of an animal. I'd like to see.
Animal.
I want to see him fight Ponzinibbio. I've been screaming for that for fucking 6 months. And what's the main event of New York? GSP against Bisping. Yeah, that'd be great. I'm looking forward to that one too.
That's gonna be interesting.
It's a great card. It's a great card.
I'm in Omaha, Nebraska as usual.
Isn't it weird? Like you want to go to one of them and you're like, fuck.
But I'm in New York that following Wednesday, the 8th.
So you're just gonna miss it.
I'm just gonna fucking miss it. That's my luck.
I might fly back that morning. I can get back from LA, maybe, and see the fights, but I'll be tired and I might,
How was the last Garden event?
Amazing. It was amazing. I mean, we had good seats, and I wanted Eddie Alvarez to win, and his wife was screaming. I remember his wife. You can hear his wife on the tape. Eddie. She's like I guess that's what she does at the fight. She just screams for him.
She's from Philly.
Yeah, she's a Philly girl, and that was a hard one to watch. I like Eddie so much, and watching him lose to Conor, like as soon as he looked like a deer in headlights that night.
It was like he wasn't even in there. Like somebody put something in his milk.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it was like he got hit and he got up and he got right back the way he got hit. Let me come right back to you.
I think he was just overwhelmed.
He was shell shocked.
It was the Garden. He was the main event, and they were rooting against him in almost his hometown. 90 minutes from home. Thompson fucking Woodley was great on that card. That was a great disappointing ending to a fight, but that was a fun night. The whole thing was just. Who else fought you? And Jacek fought on that one. Oh yeah, Josie Aldo, Frankie Edgar. That was a great fucking card. That was a great card.
I used to go to all of them. Now you get busy.
You're working.
And you're like, what the fuck am I going to do? Do I go to... I wanted to go see Jones. It's right here. And that's the weekend I'm in fucking the Borgata. It's right here in my backyard.
Yeah.
Jones called me, and I'm in the fucking Borgata. It's always something.
Always something, and you can't plan for it. And I'm almost like, hey, look, is fucking Daniel Cormier taking off to come watch my shows? You do it when you can see them. When I'm off, I go. But I even like work for the UFC because I'm doing the podcast. I mean, I still would go only if I'm off. I'll watch them. I usually watch the fights the night I get home, or the next day I watch them on Fight Pass.
Unfucking believable. I gotta tell you, man, it was a real pleasure having you on tonight.
How long have we been on?
I know you got a boogie, right?
Oh, okay.
You got a boogie by 9?
Yeah.
No, it was a real pleasure having you on. I wanted to. It's great that the conversation went where it went.
Yeah,
obviously you put some heavy shit on the table.
I apologize. I'm being a little boring.
Tremendous.
I'm tired and I haven't slept well in the last couple of days.
So
I'm loopy.
I admire your fucking resilience. I can't believe you're here. You flew. You're here. And then you're going to do another fucking podcast at 10. I admire
we're pre-taping for tomorrow morning. We got a 3-hour show.
I would die. Once I fly, it's game over.
I take pills when I fly. I got to take Dramamine because I get sick. Yeah, so I take motion sick pills.
My daughter has to do that also. She gets sick. I got to fucking put bands on her.
Yeah, do they work though, or is that just psychological?
Who the fuck knows? What I just do is starve her on the way down and starve her on the way back. If you got nothing in your stomach, you can't
throw
fucking
up.
Puke.
Yeah.
So we leave at 6. She doesn't eat real quick. She doesn't get up and want to eat. She's one of those kids that she'll milk it for 45 minutes. By that time, we're already in the fucking danger zone. We're back already.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I did it that way. And now we're timing it. We were eating and then going down to fucking San Diego. She puked by the time we got to the Commerce Casino. We were like in shock. She's going to fucking puke.
How old is she?
Now she's 4.5. But I had that same shit growing up.
Me too.
I got car sick with families. And it's like your family would say, hey, you want to go swimming with us up at fucking Nyack? Yeah. Next thing you know, they got to pull over the station wagon. I barfed in the back fucking seat.
Oh,
I was one of those kids.
Humiliated.
So I couldn't really do much at a young age because I was always embarrassed I was going to get fucking car sick.
How helpless is it when you're in the back seat and you feel it coming, and you have to go, could you pull over? Could you roll the window down? The air on the face feels a little bit better, and you try to just stare straight ahead, and you feel it coming, and you're like, you gotta pull over. I'm gonna vomit.
You don't even you say it one time, and they're like they start questioning you. That's the fucked up thing.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Can you pull over? Why? What do I have to pull over for? Because I feel sick. Are you gonna puke? No, I'm telling you to pull over because I want to see the fucking trees. Pull the fuck over. And by the time they pull over, do you remember the old station wagons? You had to open them from the back. The window went down,
right.
and the old station wagons had a bucket seat in front, a bucket seat in the back, and then in the back they had a little hatch that if you picked up the carpet, you could get another 2-seat for kids and strap them down back
That was the best seat in the whole
That was the
world.
best seat in the whole fucking world. But that seat got me puking like a motherfucker because I was going against the wind. So you got
facing backwards?
Yeah,
Forget it.
That's the fucking. There was a time when Southwest had those.
I don't like Southwest for that same reason because you face backwards on some flights. I won't do it.
They had no. They got rid of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the ones in the middle. There was a time where you had to sit with people across you, 3 and 3. And one day I got on one of those flights after an 8-ball night, you know what I'm saying, in Chicago. I'm coming down off that battery acid, and before I get on the plane, I open my wallet, and I see these fucking things that you put under your tongue that Rogan was big on. Those THC strips he had boxes of. He bought half the company. So he gave me a batch. And in those days, you couldn't, if you put them in your wallet, they were like a condom. You put a condom in your wallet. After a while, there's an imprint of a fucking condom in your wallet. What the fuck are we talking about? The THC thing. I put under my tongue. Jim Norton, I sit in one of those little bucket seats across from these 3 women that are coming to L.A. to see like Disneyland. Like they really fucking think they're coming to see the 7th creation of the world. Very sweet women. All of a sudden that THC kicks in. It was like 3 strips. I had never got that. That cocaine was still lurking in me. I started sweating profusely. I had to puke. But before I puke, I went into the sweats. Where every hole in your body shoots out a piece of sweat. So I'm 390 at the time. I'm about 375. It's about the year I did the longest yard, not really. And I had to take off my shirt. And I was in the middle of 2 other guys, and they're just like looking at me.
With no shirt?
No shirt on. Sweat is coming down my chest. And you could see the beads of sweat on my nipples before they dropped on my jeans. My stomach was sweating. God knows what odors were coming out of my stomach. Did you puke? At the end, I puked.
Facing backwards?
I ran. No, here's how I puked. With my shirt off, I walked through the cabin. Opened the bathroom and just heaved like a fucking savage.
Is there anything worse than like when you're in a limo and you're going backwards? And you ever sit in that front seat in the limo and you have to sit there kind of turned over and facing the driver? You can't even talk to the other people in the back of the car because you're going to vomit. You have to look forward. It really is torture.
I take every precaution now. Like I look at things and go, God damn it. I'll take a chance.
Trains, when you get on a train, I always have to ask the conductor, which way is it leaving? Because if it's going to the right and I face that way and I'm going backwards, I'm going to get sick. So actually, like a fucking 8-year-old, have to ask the conductor, which way is the train going? And he's like, that way. So I have to face forward.
Unfucking believable. We did a podcast about feelings and phobias tonight.
That's right, and vomiting. Vomiting and being queasy, and a little Sabbath to start.
Well, my brother, thank you very much. Anything you want to promote, talk to me.
Just Kneeling Room Only is my tour, JimNorton.com.
What cities will you be going to?
I'm everywhere. New York. I got here in L.A., Indianapolis. Dallas and Houston, all the money's going to the hurricane victims. So if you're down there, everywhere, Chicago, Philadelphia, Long Island, New Jersey, and the Chip Chipperson, the live podcast is now up. People who like stupid Chip, and Jim and Sam every morning.
I love you with all my heart, man. It's
Thank you. I love you too.
Having you on it. Thank you for taking the time, brother.
Anytime, Joey.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thanks, dude.
The church is brought to you by Onnit. Go to Onnit.com right now and press in
church
and get 10% off any of your supplements. I can't help you with the weights and the fucking gorilla bells and shit. But Shroom Tech, hemp force, all that type of stuff, I got you. Go to onit.com right now. Are you hiring? Do you know where to post a job to find the best candidate? Let me help you out. Go to ZipRecruiter. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by businesses of all sizes to find the most qualified job candidates with the most immediate results. That's ZipRecruiter.com/church. And right now, my listeners could post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/church. Again, ZipRecruiter.com/church. Kick that motherfucking mule, Lee. The church, cocksuckers.
Awesome.
Monday, the 25th of September. As good as it fucking gets right here. Get ready to fucking shoot yourself right here. Many nights on acid, I was ready to shoot myself right here.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me or what? Turn off fucking Rianne. It's over. This is it, cocksuckers.
This might be my favorite Sabbath song.
All time.
Either
All
this
time.
or a National Acrobat. Off of Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. I love that song.
Tremendous. He's got a couple of those jams that you listened to when you were young and you're like, I don't know, he's onto something.
Yeah.
What's that? King of the World? What is it?
Who?
Lord of this World.
Oh, Lord of this World off Master Reality. Yeah, that's amazing.
Let me tell you something, Jim Norton. The first time I bought Master Reality, I put on 3 songs, I took it off, and I swore I'd never listen to it again.
You didn't like it, or it would freak you out?
It freaked me out. It was just too deep for Uncle Joey. My mom had just died.
Oh.
I bought it the same night The Exorcist was on TV. And I put the album on as I was watching The Exorcist doing homework. And I'm like, what the fuck? Hang the Pope on a rope?
Yeah.
Do you think he's a fool? Get this shit off my
Yeah.
butt. And I liked Volume 4 and Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, and Technical Ecstasy and the whole thing. That album I didn't get back into till years later.
That was a really pro-God album, though. Like, After Forever is kind of pro-God. It's funny. I argued with a religious teacher about this in high school. My gym teacher was a born-again Christian who would always do coke. And he fucked the students, and he eventually overdosed and died. But he was like a real Christ pusher.
What a great story.
He was, yeah. And we would talk about this, and the album, he was like, it's against God. I'm like, no, it's actually pro-God. It was kind of coming from the point of view of criticizing people who didn't believe. It was an odd song for Sabbath to do.
You really loved them from day one.
My favorite people
Of
ever.
all time. Bigger than Kiss? You love them more than Kiss?
Kiss was